firstly, I was delighted to have the opportunity to read Donna's piece. It's a beautiful piece. I've had a chance to read some of Donna's work in the past, and I am a fan. I love the way that she conjures up atmosphere and the sense of surroundings. So thank you, Donna. I really enjoyed doing this. The Selkie legends I've always been intrigued by. I was looking at them a few years ago for something else I was working on to do with Selkies. I found a lovely, though tragic, story. I think it was a folk song originally about Selkie male. You don't often hear a lot about Selkie males, so I was quite interested by this. And also that I like the fact that you hear about the Selkie's husband, her Selkie husband, in the piece by Donna, and the loves that she's left behind. So yeah, I've always been interested in Selkies and anything to do with folklore really. I'm a big fan of legends, myths and folklore. I do act a little, I write, I make films, but they're usually for me or family and friends. I do run a summer camp with my local arts venue, which is the Glen Centre in Manor Hamilton, County Leitrim, in North West Ireland, where I now live. We do a summer camp for 9 to 13-year-olds, which we've been doing for the last 2 years. This year, unfortunately, because of COVID, it couldn't take place. But we do a silent movie camp where we introduce them to silent movies, the devices. Some of them have never seen silent movies, old ones, and it's lovely to see their reaction, that they get just as much enjoyment as people did all those years ago, as they do now, watching them. You just hear them laughing at Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin, and their reactions to some of the other more obscure ones. Halloween for me, I think growing up in England, in Somerset, where I'm from, in the southwest of England, wasn't so much trick-or-treating when I was a child. We didn't really do a lot of that, but it was having parties with our friends, myself and my sister, making our costumes and doing the makeup and making ghoulish treats to eat and playing all the old games. I do love the fact that there's that kind of feeling of magic about Halloween. It's when people are more likely to believe certain things, and it's like anything is possible.
Whispers in the dark.
I found it. Memories flooded back, splashed over me in waves as the old ones promised. I found it in the cellar, stumbled upon my precious grey coat, stashed in his double-locked oaken chest stowed there. My skin, long lost and now found. Found yesterday, when the fisherman left behind his skeleton keys, bolted off to carouse at the pub, forgot keys had always clanged from a leather cord wound around his waist. The fisherman stole my skin years ago. He stalked shorelines with other ruffians, louts tall as they were broad, terrifying men, armed with harpoons, clubs, chains, men the old ones warned of deep beneath the sea. Been 7 years since he captured me. I was reckless then, laughed away the old ones after cavorting in waves. I lolled on shore, naked and pale, a pillow of coarse curls fanned beneath my head. I dozed in human form.
Well, well, what treasure washed ashore?
The fisherman caught me unawares. He loomed over me, blocked out the midday sun. I scrambled for my skin. He was quicker. He tucked my pelt under a massive arm, gripped my wee webbed hand, hauled me to his shack like wreckage, forced me be his wife. Gobsmacked by my unearthly beauty, so he claimed, as if that's enough to right a wrong. Straight away, villagers set to whispering. His big-bosomed mother elbowed fishwives aside, rose on tiptoe to whisper in his ear.
Better to keep Selkie ways out of her memory.
Seafaring chums tapped leaky noses between puffs of smoke and chugs of brown drink. They hissed advice.
Best to lock the skin away, hide her coat, steal her memories. Aye, lest your Selkie remember wild ways, escape ye where waters are black as the Earl of Hill's waistcoat.
I glared at fisher-folk with fathomless eyes. No one gave a care for what I wanted, nor wondered why I bolted each day to the shore, nor fretted for loves I'd left behind. My seal husband, a mammoth bull, both gentle and ferocious. Our silver-spotted pups, enchanted all. I turned away, for I'd grant fisher-folk no satisfaction. They'd not spy 7 salt tears escape from my eyes. The sea gives and the sea takes. One fine thing it's given me is patience. Patience over 7 long years, trapped between earth and sea, belonging to neither, haunting both. The magic in me is old, old as the sea, magic spoken in a tongue ancient as time. The fisherman's at sea today, out in a rickety boat. I hurl ancient words across the waves. You've no right to pluck a wild creature from the sea, to keep it for yourself. Hurl words to terrify him. The sea gives, and the sea takes. You took me from the sea. I'll give the sea a bit of you in return. Your boat's drain plug. The plug you kept latched with your skeleton keys, so you'd never forget it. I plucked it away with wee webbed hands. I hurl the plug into the waves, dive in the opposite direction. The old ones trumpet a welcome home. My seal husband and daughter surround me with sleek heads. They bark in joy. Nearly enough to right a wrong.